months of training and working with the stunt team and my trainer and getting stronger and getting more capable and just literally going from learning how to do a cartwheel to the very complex, action scenes and learning about all the weapons, and it was like just a little bit of everything, it was full on. It was really special. Today is special for many reasons, but being in this film with Keanu means so much to me because I met Keanu 10, 11 years ago. We did our first film together, and now we're back here, and I am, in this film that is an extension of an amazing franchise that he and Chad created that people love, and now he's in my film supporting me, and it's just pretty surreal, moment. It's just wonderful. It's her story now. We're gonna discover more about the Ruska Roma and all the rules and what happens, behind the curtains. So it's all new. It felt to me like a very organic way to expand into this franchise. It's you're gonna discover a lot of the old characters that were in the other movies, and then we have new awesome people joining us, and
it's very exciting. It's a beautiful day, beautiful night. The film is cool, so it's not a bad day. It still fit, which was good. For me it was great to it felt like coming home. I was working with some of the same people, training and doing the choreography. Ana's great, and had some good, juicy, dramatic stuff to do. So yeah, it was fun. Ana really was going through the whole thing. I was kind of like this old veteran, kind of just coming in, like a little stretch. Okay, let's go. It's new characters. Get to dive into some of the Ruska Roma, which is kind of John's tribe, group, family. And yeah, it's new characters, but some common themes of trying to get free, revenge, try to have your life back, I guess.
It's nice, yeah, it's good to be back here. It's good to see all the kids and the grandkids and get to be part of this tonight, which is great. Well, it's very similar to the relationship with John, I think. I think he rescued John from certain situations. And this is great to have a female dynamic come into the series, and not in a gratuitous way. I mean, you've met the character before in episode 3 of Ballet School, and now you get her backstory. And they cleverly put it between 3 and 4. So whatever they choose to do next, it can be Ballerina 3 or it can be John Wick 5 if Keanu feels up to it, whatever they want to do, Well, like Keanu, they both do it. Thank God I don't have to do it, I mean, I think she's great. I mean, I think that when I first did the scene with her, I think she was glad to sit down over a table, the first scene. I don't think her feet had hit the floor for about, 3 weeks. She'd just been killing people relentlessly with either ice skates or flamethrowers or whatever else comes to hand, in the John Wick fashion. She was so good in that Bond movie. And people kept saying, she should have appeared more. And I said, no, you only need one scene. And I think that's because I remember talking to Basil and Erica about back in 2017 about when we did number 3, and they were talking about Ballerina then. So it's taken them a while to come up with the script, but it does, because I think they try and be as faithful as he can to this world of John Wick, and get on with it.
Feels amazing. Yeah, it feels amazing. Finally, when you make a movie and suddenly it's coming out, it's just. You're grateful for the journey to be finished, but you're sad that it's finished. But this kind of, people and excitement, it's amazing to see. She's a badass. I mean, she's cold-blooded. She is determined, and she makes part of the Chancellor's tribe. Oh no! I was literally in awe of what she could do. That woman is a machine. She's incredible. She fights. She's incredible. You're gonna love this movie. So she doesn't use a lot of her doubles, because if I was her, I'd be like, go for it. She's incredible. She learned the choreography. She can be very gentle but deadly. I mean, she's strong. It's amazing. I'm in love with her. She did an incredible job. She uses everything that's, I mean, here it's so funny too, the movie. Sometimes, you find yourself like kind of like laughing, and you're like, oh my God, that's so Wick. This is a Wick world, part of the Wick world. That they just open so many doors for us to just go into this side of the Wick world, that you have to have that funny element of like, oh my God, that's so brilliant. I love him. It's great. It's great. I mean, like it's always very important to have someone that is very that has everything in control, and he seemed like he did, and he showed all controlled, and the action sequences were very planned, and I think he did a tremendous job. I mean, John Wick itself opened so many doors, little doors, they were there. The John Wick world is amazing. So for him to grab just that world of the ballerinas, the Ruska Roma, it was incredible for him to do that.
It looks, I mean, it's amazing. It's very purple. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of the John Wick franchise, and it's kind of a dream come true to be in one of these movies. So. Well, he's come to a point. He comes from a clan of very intimidating assassins. He's come to the point where he's willing to fight everybody to protect his little girl, basically. So he's gotten to that point. It's a lot of math, to be honest. I'm used to a very sloppy fighting style in The Walking Dead. This is very choreographed. But I think actors really know instantly whether they're going to hit it off, and she and I hit it off right away. And I knew what a ferocious, awesome actress she was, and she was going to bring it to this franchise. And I've worked with Len before. I know he's really good as well. So. Yeah, I think it's got all the things in it that people love already. But I think Ana brings a very unique perspective to it. I think she very fluidly expresses her emotions in ways that are all over her face in a very telling, sensitive way. But you add that with the badass stuff, and it's a hit. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's fantastic. I mean, it's a long road to get here. So this is always it's a great celebration. I'm really excited. I mean, partly it's just inherent to who she is and what she brought it. You get to the point where it's the best thing for a director, for a movie like this, that you start to kind of consider her like one of the stunt team, like truly one of the stunt team, and she just, it's a lot of work. It was like she just put in the discipline and everything, and she just has a fire and just that rage that kind of comes through, and it was the best. It was the best collaboration. It was an absolute thrill for me too, because I'm such a fan of the franchise. So in fact, like the first day, the confrontation with them was one of my favorite moments when we shot that scene, because it's just the two of them. It was like this Western standoff. I had been thinking about it for probably a year and a half, of just how the stillness of it when he comes walking out, and it was a great moment. I think her one, she's a brilliant actress, but also I think the wanting to get the realism in it, which is part just it's like I said, like it's inherent in her kind of performance, but it's real, just to really like attack in a very kind of grounded approach. Oh, in many ways. I mean, this whole movie is an expansion of the world. It takes its cue off of John Wick Chapter 3, and we dive into more of the Ruska Roma's layers. But the whole movie is an expansion. The whole movie is really an extension on that world. So I think audiences out there, myself, I always look at something, if I wasn't directing it, what would I want to see? What would I be anticipating? Just being a fan myself. So I'd say a lot to look forward to, because the movie is an expansion.
It's pretty special. It's very humbling when you do something and people really like it, so they want more, and you try to do a good job in that. So that's always the trick, isn't it? You have to find your Gwen Verdon to your Bob Fosse. So that's really what Ana did. She put in the time. Again, being in the gym with Keanu kind of helps. but she came to it with determination, aspiration, inspiration. She was a great motivator, and she's what makes the movie so special. Well, that's the great thing about coming from a different perspective with Anna's character is if you're looking at Keanu and as he's going through a John Wick journey, just pan the camera over, you get this parallel universe of something that's going on at the same time. It's like you've seen Alice in Wonderland through John Wick's perspective, now you get to see it through Alice's perspective. So it's interesting to see John Wick with another character on that side of the line and how they're kind of apart but working together. Yeah, it's very fulfilling. After our initial conversation, I just think he kind of got what we were trying to do with the movies. They were all love letters with cinematic reverence to all the movies that we grew up with. And if you get that, as long as you love the same things we love, it kind of all comes together.